Okay, so the story is we're in the finals, and Click Esports is going to have a one-game advantage in a best-of-7 series because we lost the upper final against March 1st, 25, also known as the Inner Circle. And here we go. Alongside with me in the booth today, my good friend Ryan, co-owner. We're hoping for a win in the finals. 2,000 Canadian dollars up for grabs here. As they start one game down, Click Esports is going to have their work cut out for them today, I think. Ryan, what do you think?
It's a fantastic energy right now. March 1st, 2025, have to play at a disadvantage for losing earlier in this tournament, while Click Esports have that one-game advantage for going undefeated so far. But at this point, we're looking at a 0-0 score in game. I suppose we call this game number 2.
We would be technically calling this game number 2 as we lost the first 4 out of 7, and Click Esports does score the first goal. They are now up one game and up a goal in the second game. They are getting very close to crowning themselves as champions.
It's a tough way to start for March 1st, but at the same time, you still got a lot of time. 4 minutes and 6 seconds. That's a long time to get back into this game and even potentially pick up the win on this one.
And you know what? They very well might get the win on this one, but they are going to have to pick up the play. They have not beaten this team yet. They lost to them in the upper final. Now playing them in the final, they have to start playing a bit faster maybe. I don't know if there's a different strategy you would be using, Ryan, but right now an up of speed would be exactly what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, potentially just stick to your game plan and maybe use that mentality of being the underdogs in this one, using that L earlier in the tournament to motivate you and know you got something to prove, because it really does feel like if you're the team that is undefeated at this point, the pressure's got to be on you.
And it is going to be on them, but that's where they strive the best, not to be too biased as Velocity.
Great save.
That's a great shot and a great save, isn't it? And they are, the onslaught of attack comes, here comes Motion showing off his mechs, and they might get one back here. They don't, they do, Rio.
Greasy goal.
That's a big
goal,
greasy.
but it counts.
It counts. They all look the same on the score sheet, Ryan.
Right? Yeah.
I have to say here, Cleaner, this is definitely a good goal from Rio, but he probably wants that first one to get slotted.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, take any of them because they all count the same. It's 1-1 going into the game 2 right now between March 1st and Click Esports.
Yeah, and they are going to be named Inner Circle going forward. They promised me. So we're gonna put tabs on that as we are at the 1-1 scoreline with 3 minutes to go. They do get another one. They do. Rio again, turning out to be the MVP that he is.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic goal here in the aerial by Riho. Just, almost got there.
They do. They're close. They're close there.
Wasn't enough. Really taking advantage of a bad mistake here from the Inner Circle. I'm just going to go ahead and call him that.
Yeah, I like it. Everyone's going to call him that.
Yeah,
That's what we're going to call
it. Well, this is what we're going to call them that. This is just a placeholder name. They're the Inner Circle. March 1st, it's a joke, but now it's Inner Circle now.
And I do like to see that, and I do like to see them up 2-1 in this game. They're gonna this game is so important to not go down 2-0 in the series. To even up the series again is very important. So hopefully they can hang on, as Nash barely doesn't score there, and they do have a counterattack opportunity here if they can just get the ball in the middle. They can't. Wow, great pop by Laws there. It's gonna be an own goal by Velocity. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication on the boost steal in the corner. I'm not sure what goes on here.
Yeah, that fake there was fantastic on Motion, and then May just got a little bit lost on that one. You'd have to ask the player afterwards what happened on that one, but they all count the same.
They do, and it's not a big deal. You're 2-2, but you got to regroup after a play like that, and hopefully they can. This Click Esports team has been absolutely clicking for the first game of this final. They look good, but it's going to be a question of if now, not when, because it is looking to be a very tight game. And this is what we want out of a final, though. This is what you need. But you do want to see some high-pressure plays, and maybe they're sitting back just a bit too much right now, the Inner Circle, that is.
Yeah, and we will see as the game goes along how their strategies will change, because these players are going to get a little bit more familiar with each other. Keep in mind, this is the second time they've played each other in this short span. And, they'll have to keep on adjusting to each team's strategy, because at some point, Inner Circle's going to have to push forward and ask more questions, because they are down 1-0.
Yeah, I like what you said there, how they're going to have to be kind of going in and out of each other's strategies, trying to figure out each other, because That's a great save by Motion. Good read off the double tap, because there's different ways to play the game, but you have to find out what works. And they have a great opportunity here. The bump's coming. He's going to get 50. And Rio's got his early hat trick with still 1:20 left. They find a go-ahead goal. Look at them, flying V tactic. And he actually almost gets that save, but Rio flattens out and gets that 50 to go in. Brilliant.
Fantastic effort by Rio there. Just the team leader at this point. Every single game he seems to get his name on the name sheet in positive manners. The team really does click well together, but Rio certainly knows how to get those clutch goals, and so far 3 already.
He just keeps scoring. He can't be stopped right now, but it's going to be on the defensive end where they need... Oh, my goodness. Motion fakes rotating out and just backflips into the onslaught of an attack that was about to come, and he saves a goal potentially and scores one.
Motion must have heard me on that one.
He
Maybe
did.
He's hooked up. Because,
Yeah,
he
he
really
did.
shut me up with that one. He said, oh, yeah? Rio's your favorite? How about this? Drives in backwards, stops the player, and then chips it over the keeper. Fantastic.
Yeah, he was. He could definitely hear you. He was whistling in his ear, but it could be another goal. It's going to be easily saved out to the corner. Oh, it's not. It's in. It's not. Mandemonium on the goal line. They counterattack, looking to make this game a bit interesting. They could hear it's going to be in. Oh, it's off the crossbar. Right, that was close.
Yeah, really fantastic job right there from eSports. Just get a good angle to get that ball out of there. That was a tough save to begin with, but yeah, just to block that and even create an offensive chance themselves. Very open game. This is very entertaining.
It is, and they do really a good job of making a save, but also pushing it into a place where they can kind of counterattack after. No matter how tough the save is, it looks like they're also looking to make that next play, and that's really important. But Click Esports is starting to fall apart a little bit here in the last minute, almost as if the strategy has changed, and they're now figuring them out. It's going to take a lot of maturity to come back after this game is done. Wow, that is... What do you say?
We won this round. Like, that's, I think,
Yeah, that's
all
a
you can
statement
take away
goal,
from
a
that. Just
statement
being like,
goal.
okay. I think if you're Click Esports, you want to reset. You want to see that's just a new finals right now. It's going to be a best of 5 going into Game 3 here with one game, one each for each side here.
And do you feel like it's almost a disadvantage to have that one game advantage? Wow, that's even better by a lot velocity.
Save it for the next game.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting. We maybe just used all of our games goals in one go, and we're trying not to be too biased, guys, but we are cheering for Inner Circle, but we do respect Click Esports.
We enjoy the sport. We enjoy
do,
the
yeah.
competition. Any good play is, it's hard to put any disrespect on. And honestly, it makes us look bad if we're not acknowledging top plays by the other team too.
Yeah, agreed. And it's going to come down to a couple different things. This is not us, guys, by the way, copyright disclaimer. We were sent this video by Insomnia. We very well might be casting at the next one. This is not us. You can see us on our channel.
This is something in the business we call cross-scripting, where we're showing other people talking, but we're the ones voicing over right now. It's not a very good look, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. It's kind of like a dubbed anime, really. That's what we're going to have to call it.
Yeah, I'm the guy not talking right now.
Yeah. Wait. It could be you. It could be me.
Maybe.
We're not
Like
actually.
that jacket.
Yeah,
That
it's a nice
is
jacket.
really nice.
It's a
I
really
grabbed
nice
that right
jacket.
away. Yeah.
It is a nice jacket. I was actually noticing that before the tally started, but
Yeah.
we are tied 1-1. And is it a bit of a disadvantage to start the series off 1-0, feeling good, and then lose the first game, and now it's just a best of 5?
It depends if that's how real Click or real esports, Click Esports,
Click Esports, yes.
had their mentality going into that first game there. And by the first game, I mean the second game, because they did have the lead. They did have the game advantage there. So maybe they played a little bit open. Not really I wouldn't want to say take for granted, but just let in
A couple
the
of
Inner
weak ones, yeah.
Circle to dictate the pace of the first one. See, tip their hand to see what they got, what their strategy is going to be. But time will tell, because here we go with Game 3. Series tied 1-1.
Series tied 1-1. The game tied 0-0 going into Game 3. And do you have a prediction for this one?
I'm going to say Inner Circle win this one 3-1. I'm going to say it's a defensive showdown. Very fast game.
Okay, I'm good with that. Both teams tighten up on the defensive end, and it's a low-scoring affair. I'm going to go 2-1 Inner Circle. I actually agree with you. I just don't think they're going to find that insurance goal as easily, maybe, as you feel. But I could see a late goal happening while
I'm
they
saying
push
3
forward.
goals for Inner Circle and then 1 late one from Click Esports. That's
Very
my
nice.
feel.
Well, we're gonna find out very much. So you've been right very, very often in the past. So this could be in right off the bat, and it is.
Okay, there's one.
There's one. Rio again. He's just lighting up the score sheet right now. He knows exactly what he's doing out there. But it's a great play by Velocity to force that player beyond the front post and let that ball run into a dangerous place.
Yeah, kind of like a blocker in football, just pushing some of the defensive ends over and making a little room for your running back to take it to the house. Fantastic work there.
Really smart, good positional awareness. And the one thing I'm starting to notice is they're controlling boost very well. They seem to have boost every single play, and they are always back. They are not getting caught out at all and almost looking for that counterattack. And they're not a very counterattacky team. They like to push people forward. So maybe it's something that they've noticed is going to work against these guys while they got to watch in the lower final bracket.
Yeah, no, they're doing a very good. Oh, wow. I'll have to see a replay. That one happened very fast. A lot of the camera cuts that the broadcaster are using kind of are making this not hard to watch, but just
like from an ADHD perspective, it's it keeps your attention very nicely.
Let's put it this way: like we're not watching like a jazz music video. Like we're watching rock and roll with constant cuts here. It's very good for the adrenaline and the viewing experience.
I have to say, it's really one of my favorite, we'll say sports to watch, even though it's an e-sport, but it is just very entertaining. I put it above hockey for me. I'm not going to lie. I really do like it. I know there's a lot of hockey fans out there, but give this stuff a chance.
It is fantastic. I don't know. Maybe I'm the one a lot of people may disagree with. My favorite Rocket League mode is 1v1. I think that's like the truest way to kind of see like people's skills.
Ooh, 3-0. You might be right.
So far, it's looking good. It's a little bit too early, though. Like,
it is.
I'd be more comfortable if
it wasn't too
12 seconds left, not 3 minutes and 12 seconds left.
I'd love to hear, if anyone's still listening at this point of the upload, your opinions on 1v1s, and if we should do some big money show matches with some big names, because they are very entertaining to watch. It's like boxing almost, just like...
we could have our own ranking systems. There's a lot, I think that's the one thing with esports, like seeing this like starting to develop like 10 years ago. Like I think describing to my like parents that they're going to have like stadiums full of I guess nerds watching video games, and it's going to be hype. I think that was tough, and I think the big realization was when like ESPN picked up on some of this coverage. And I think this is going to be like Olympic sport maybe one day. Not maybe. It's gotta be. Not
it's
Rocket
gotta
League,
be.
But like
esports in general.
League,
I think esports in general is going to make it its Olympic debut anytime now.
Yeah,
I think it's there. We just need some people who are some of those nerds to understand that it's got to be run, I think, a bit more of like a sport. It's not its own entity. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. I think it should follow some of the rules that actual football use.
Yeah.
Soccer, and we should make it a thing.
I don't see why not. The potential for entertainment. I think the ongoing like narrative storylines between teams too. That's something to go in. That's what really makes this memorable, is getting to know the players, getting to know the teams, their backstory, and everything that follows them.
Yeah, and we're getting more of that.
That's the big thing with sports.
Yeah, we are getting more of that as well. And that's almost in. That would have made you very close to being right. But they are going to counter that, and Rio just pops in another one. It's going to be 5-0 now. What a change of pace from that upper final where they struggled to really even score a goal against Click Esports, and here they are dominating.
And I'm really glad we did get the chance with them just running up the score, just to kind of talk about things that are beyond the game there.
Yeah, it is.
It's like they're just running away with this.
Yeah,
it's
not
hard
much
to make that entertaining.
Not much to cast, but when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, we'll be right in the action for you guys. But we do want to hear some of the things. Wow, it's a great play. Great
create
play.
Some space there. I don't know
Might be a little too late. But nothing's in Rocket League. You never know. A couple kickoff goals, and it could be whatever you need to be. But I think eventually Rocket League's going to make its way. Esports is going to make its way in the Olympic stage, and we're going to have some big funding for it.
So what's the game, though? What's the number one game that, like, okay, we got one video game to make an esport. What is it going to be?
Man, I mean, you and I are just as nerdy as the next guy. When we say nerds earlier, by the way, guys, we are including ourselves in that, by the way.
Yeah, I'm just being funny.
Yeah. That's a very nerd thing to say, isn't it? I struggle socially. Just
letting you know it was a joke. Just disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Don't joke around on the internet.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we be careful with that. We don't want to get banned. That's a great little half cycle into another cycle. That was just a wild position of play there, showing off their mechs, both teams. But I would have to say, like, that could just be in. It's gonna be finished off. Surely, no, they missed that, and that might actually be the game. They almost have to score there, and then they don't again.
It's not enough.
Not enough. They might have to forget about this one.
Not enough.
I think maybe League of Legends would make it. Dota.
Yeah.
There's some games that are like extremely popular like that have some already big pool prizes, but it'd be tough to say like FIFA or NHL would like make it into esports, right?
I'd puke if one of those games I had to watch it.
That's no way,
hockey?
Right?
No way.
No way, right? Like it's already real.
So you watch some of those here in Canada. They actually do televise some of these esport hockey games. And it's just one-timers. It's cross-crease one-timers. No different than, like, cheesing it in high school. It's kind of what got me out of playing NHL, other than...
There's no other strategy you can use.
Roster updates every year.
The goalies just can't keep up with the cross-crease. The one-timer. It's always been a Chell thing, hasn't it?
Chell used to be fun.
It used to be good. They even took up fighting the way it used to be. Yeah.
Speaking of fight, I was thinking Street Fighter.
Fighting games could do it. Would you have to like bring a team of esports people?
I'm saying 1v1. Like that's it. If you want to be like a team, I think there is like team ways of playing Street Fighter. But I was just thinking 1v1.
No, I know 1v1s for that, but I'm saying as we do win the next game here.
Yeah, we'll dial it back in. We'll dial it. Blowout.
Yeah, but we can talk about that for a second. I know 1v1 for Street Fighter, but I mean as a country. You bring like a team of esports players.
Yeah.
Like, so you like choose someone that's going to be your Street Fighter guy, and you choose someone that's going to be like your Rocket League team.
Now
you have an Overwatch team.
Bring me Damian Warner of the esports that can beat me in like 10 different sports.
Like they'll be that
video games.
just like
decathlon.
The decathlon. Yeah, like would there be a
games.
decathlon esports team where it's like you play a gauntlet of games.
Yeah. You got me in FIFA, but can you beat me in Tetris?
Yeah, and then you beat me in Tetris, but can you beat me in Rocket League?
Yeah.
And then I beat you in Rocket League, can you beat me in what are we saying? What other games? Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch.
And then League of Legends, you'd have to like
Overwatch
hone
wouldn't be a very good 1v1, but you know what I mean. Like
but
you got to beat me in like 10 different sports, and there's like rankings.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're getting a little bit.
We are getting a little bit crazy. It's pretty late at night here, so I mean, you do what you gotta do. But
honestly,
I wonder where esports will go.
This is for a different video.
We're not even. We don't even. This is the.
How you enjoying
what video is this? What video are we doing?
We'll get back on track. That was just too big of a blowout. If you really wanted us to talk about the blowout,
they dominated.
Inner Sircle beat the other team by 6, I believe.
Yes, and it was not even close that game. But we know Rocket League can change from game to game, and I have a feeling these guys are not going away that easy.
Absolutely. No disrespect at all, but it is what it is. The score doesn't lie on that.
Yeah, if you don't want the disrespect, don't get beat that bad. Just the same thing. You don't want to get what is saved? Save the ball. That's it. You're good to go. They get to do whatever they want. They scored. So this game going forward, they looked like that kickoff was already actually happening a lot faster for them. But that is amazing.
Yep.
Real right on the button is in the spot. But look at motion here. Gets one reset. He goes for the second, but just flicks it up at the last second to avoid the bump. And it passes to Rio right in the middle, and that's just textbook mechanics.
Rio gets the glory, but Motion did all the hard work on that one. Bravo.
He did, and it's going to be another awkward kickoff for the Inner Circle here as Click Esports starts to put more pressure on. Is this really what you want to see at a Click Esports? Maybe playing a bit more braver, putting some people forward?
Just a little bit of a change of a strategy, because obviously if you're going to get hit hard in that last round by over 5-goal deficit, you're going to want to change something up. It looks like it's a very aerial approach to this one. And we're going to see how that works out for them. So far, an early goal by Motion and Riho there definitely forces Click Esports to kind of show their hand, because you don't want to be down 3-1.
No, 3-1 after having a 1-game lead as well doesn't feel like a very momentum positive Rocket League series for yourself. So they're going to have to make something happen here. They're actually down 1-0 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and I don't think many people would have guessed this series was going to go quite this way, but an early mistake from Inner Sircle and, of course, Velocity. We haven't talked much about him, but he is Nuggets' replacement for this Inner Sircle team in this tournament, and he's been very well. He's done very well this whole tournament, but that's the first time we've seen him in this series too much, to be honest with you. He's been kind of quiet as that third man, hasn't had to do much with how much they've been dominating up front.
And that's something very good for him, too, because you don't want to be too risky when you're joining a new squad.
Yeah.
Even though he is familiar, but he is going to be that third player. Just to not do too much with it and keep it simple. He's doing fantastic.
I think so, too. It's a very thankless job, isn't it? But
absolutely.
We appreciate it for sure. And that could be in. It's not. What a save.
Save.
That's a great save. He had to dodge a demo there and score and stop him from scoring. He did both, and that's what I like to see. The counterattack actually is on. First whiff of the game for them, really, and it might end up in their own net. It doesn't. Do they get the counterattack here? No motions on it right away. And they are going to bump each other again by accident. This is definitely going to be in, and it is. Velocity scores. It's going to be 2-0.
There he is.
We just talked about him.
Yep, the commentator's curse, I
believe.
believe.
It is. That was almost the commentator's blessing there, I guess. But we'll call it the curse due to the sheer timing of him really introducing himself. And it's a great goal, that third man. He noticed that it was a lot of space to move in. It wasn't too risky. And he takes the goal for himself. You love to see it.
Definitely coming, too. With playing with elite as well.
Yeah.
You can take a few more risks, and it won't be too much of an issue. And again, they got to be playing with confidence. So far in this new bracket, they haven't lost yet to Click Esports.
No, it hasn't really been too close either. And the competitive person in me says, crush them. Like, I don't even want this to be close. What a save that is, and what an attempt on goal too by Forceful. That's really well done. But the other side of me, the person who likes it to be exciting, like I know Rocket League to be, makes me almost say I want them to come back a little bit. But I should say that out too loud, should I? Alrighty.
There definitely is that part of you that I feel like sometimes even when I'm watching a World Cup where I'm like, this is the team I got picked to win. But even when they're playing against the underdog, I'm kind of under my breath, come on.
Yeah,
give us something
I want to win in pens or something. Like Italy won the Euros.
Yeah.
All right, I'm sorry for my English friends on this team.
I'm not fighting
sorry.
each other.
Forza, that's it. Yes. I'm sure if Rio hears that, he'll have something to say about it. But they are off and they are playing well. 2-1, and they have a great opportunity. What a good switch. He uses his reset on the ground when he gets it back and switches directions super fast. And they just seem to be beating them in the air over and over again.
Yeah, they're very comfortable no matter what kind of style Click Esports is willing to dictate right now. Because they got to take it to the Inner Circle. And the aerial stuff, they seem to be blocking it. And this is a nice way just to, I guess, kill the clock, so to speak. Being up 2-1, Click Esports got to take it to the Inner Circle. And they're fine playing the waiting game.
Yeah, they are, and they are definitely talking about that. You can almost see the way they're playing, right? Just sitting a bit far back. You almost saw this when they were underneath YMC in the regionals for SSA. They got beat by a team actually that played very counter-attacking style.
Yeah,
that's another great save too. Like you said, that is they're staying in this game, but barely, and you almost would say staying in this series barely, because if they go down 3-1, that seems to spell doom.
Yeah, it's tough in any sports, right? It's very rare that it ever happens. If it does, it's an extreme rare case of that, and I would have to go with esports, I feel, as well. I feel it'd be more common in esports. I just have that feeling. I don't know I have stats or anything behind that. But I think we've seen that before in other tournaments.
We have it. I would say it's a bit more common in esports. Maybe Rocket League in general, just because it's like a 5-minute game and it's just as fast paced as it is. Once you figure it out, you're good. But this one might just be over here if he can. What a save! And they go back the other way, and it's a 2v3. They actually have numbers here. If they can keep this ball up, they do. Is it going to hit the ground? No, it's over. It's passed one more time. He keeps it up. He flicks it. There's no way they keep this one up. It's down.
I'm saying whoever missed the layup there, missed the little tap in on the corner.
They did.
Holding their breath, making sure this one better fall.
You've seen those moments in sports before, right? When they miss the penalty, go down and score. I forget which team that was.
Bring it back now.
Yeah, but
oh my goodness.
Yeah, the counterattack almost spelt another type of doom for them. There was a problem, and then it wasn't. Thank goodness. And again, reminder, this is not us speaking, in case you skipped parts of the video. This is not us speaking, okay? But we will say one thing about the final here. It's now 3-1. The reverse sweep, technically, is now on. They would have to win the next 3 games straight, and it would have been 4 games straight if they hadn't won in the upper final. They did get 1 game given to them for going through the tournament undefeated.
Yeah, it's back to the drawing board once again. I don't know if you just stay to your roots and just figure out what got you to the big dance here, but being down 3 games after beating the Inner Circle earlier in this tournament, it's got to be... I wouldn't be shocked if they take a timeout right now just to discuss things a little bit further, because this tournament has just changed on a dime for them, where they're probably feeling very comfortable with a 1-game lead. Now all of a sudden down 3 games to 1. They haven't beat them yet.
No, this series seems to be over. Yeah. I dare say.
Just the night, like, oh yeah, you got 1 game, but I'm like, yeah, but we haven't beat them yet. You know, that's the kind of mentality that's potentially in their locker room right now.
Now that last game was much closer. You look at a 2-1 scoreline and you're like, wow, you feel like that could have maybe went either way. And they open up the scoring in the first 10 seconds of game number 5, technically 4, but we're gonna go with game number 5. Does this feel like a different game already? They have finally scored first.
We'll see. There's kind of like a set piece scores, I feel like, when it's from the kickoff.
It is.
And then there's open play.
Yes,
like, it's 2 different things when it comes to Rocket League. So we'll definitely see how things settle down, because I think when the ball is settled, this is the Inner Circle's game.
I agree. 100% I agree, and it seems like a kickoff goal can kind of get the best of a lot of teams, to be honest.
Anyone. Anyway, it's kind of random.
Yeah, it can be very much so. Good players will tell you they can have some sort of control over it.
Oh, 100%. I'm just saying to the casual viewer, though, at it.
Even those good players, get scored on on the kickoff. So you have to wonder how. A couple of fakes. We'll call them fakes in the middle there. You have to wonder how random it really is, but at the same time, you know that there's just some RNG. There may be some little things, but at the end of the day, there's some things that you just cannot stop about a kickoff, and it's a bit of luck.
Yep.
Maybe some instinct with it.
You'll say you got to be lucky to be good. And good
to be lucky. That's one of my favorite sayings.
I think Don Cherry taught me that.
Yeah.
Rock'em sock'em.
Rock'em sock'em. I hope there's some Canadians listening. If there's not, it's mostly Europeans. Look up Don Cherry's greatest hits on YouTube. Please do yourself a favor.
I'm trying to figure who's the British guy for Don Cherry's.
Oh, I don't even know. It would be... I don't
Winston
even know.
Churchill.
Maybe actually.
That's the first pops to my mind.
We're gonna go with that. Please don't. I take it back. Please do not look up Don Cherry stuff. There's a lot of controversy there too. Real's
a little bit. It was just a certain time.
It was a certain time then. It was a certain time.
You put a guy, a little bit older on live TV.
What do you think's gonna happen? Just imagine your grandparents on live TV 24/7, guys. Okay, just imagine that. All right, everything they've ever said put on national TV. Jesus, even yourselves. We look at this. Oh my goodness, velocity with the angle on the double tap. I don't even know if this is on purpose or not, but he seems to get through the ball. It takes a weird deflection, and he kind of redirects and angles his car to make it happen. I mean, he reacted to something that was a gift. He still had to finish it, though. That was well done.
Yeah, very good finish on that, to know the angle and just sneak it in the corner right there. Click Esports have got to regret not having a guy on that near post.
They will definitely regret that if they lose this game. It is 1-1, and just when they had a bit of momentum, they kind of concede maybe a goal they wish they wouldn't have. Maybe they felt like that was a bit preventable.
Yeah, they gotta feel like they're kicking themselves a little bit, and I think that may be the story of the tournament if this continues to go the Inner Circle's way, being up a game and just constantly letting this fall through your fingers here.
Oh my goodness. What a goal. And Motion's there to try to redirect that in case he misses close post. If you take a quick look at this, Motion's there. He's like, look, I'm just going to open up the angle of my car just in case. You see that?
Yep.
You see him? He might be trying to dodge at the same time, but I think in his brain, he's thinking, I can create a path for the ball in case he misses close post.
You got to trust on his point of view. He's locked in on the ball, and probably Riho was calling for the shot. And that's probably like when we just watched that goal. Organization is two different things right now between these two clubs right now. Inner Circle look way more organized with how they're rotating.
It's going to be in. They do somehow find a way for that to go in.
Yeah, they're not going anywhere. They're putting up a fight. They know what's at stake.
They do. Look at that. He just had to get up, and he just gets it back down. Kind of awkward for everyone really involved, but he finds it into his net. It's a 2-2 cleaner.
Had the confidence to go up there and get it.
He had to, and he did. He has ice in his veins, apparently. It was very clutch of him. 2 minutes left, tied 2-2, but series lead for Inner Circle, but not for long. That's going to be in. Really well worked off that wall there to give himself an angle. He knew he didn't have it. It was going up to the side wall here. That's really well done, I think. Maybe a mistake for motion.
And off a kickoff, like right after a kickoff. But yeah, I feel like if you're Inner Circle, you got to play a little bit better defense on that one, knowing that they got to come back, that they are playing for their lives at this point.
Yep, motion with a little bit of a wheel wiggle there, showing his nerves or showing his prowess, you'll say. And they are now down 3-2 with a minute and a half left. The plot may be losing from their brains a little bit. You want them to stay focused, but there is some better play coming from Click Esports. We have to give it to them.
Absolutely. And this is something that we were talking about earlier. Like, we're not necessarily cheering for them. We do give credit where it's due. But we also acknowledge when they're a
playing like that
6-0 game where it's like, okay, like...
This isn't them, and we know they have better, so we can give what... This
Great
is more
save.
them. This is more them. I from what I've seen from Click Esports, this is what they're capable of. They're capable of locking down their goal line and hanging on to a lead, and this might be a very tough last minute for Inner Circle with how well they're playing defensively.
It's going to take something special, it feels like.
It does, and this might be another problem going back the other way. Riro's here, but he only can really give the ball away. There's not much else he could do. Moshe with a great challenge there. Both kind of committing at the half line. Riro smartly stays back. I don't know if he's able to get this ball first. Kind of fakes it in the middle. Motion has to get up there early. He does beat. This could be an opportunity. Yeah, they could get an encounter. It depends if this pinch comes off well. It does. It comes off really well, but now they have possession, and they're going to have to take a good possession. What a pre-jump, and it's going to be in. This probably seals game number 5. What a play by Nash.
The read on this, unbelievable. You got to wonder if this was something, I guess.
That's ridiculous.
Watching Riho, like, wait for it to come down and just reading the angle.
Yeah.
Nash read him like a book.
Knowing they had to play fast, too.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, they got to go, so I'll be up there. Make them slow it down. Another kickoff potential goal here. If Motion can do anything about it, he'll say no, and he kind of half does, but the redirect is on. They got
a good demo
huge
there.
demo in net, but Motion's going to take him on one-on-one. It's going to be a save. What a save. Rio's here to finish it, though. They do. They have life.
With 15 seconds left, they're going to throw everything at the net right now.
They have life.
Kickoff's huge.
It's huge, Cleaner. It's huge. What a goal. And they finally bring one back. They haven't scored in a while there. Almost went 2 minutes there without scoring. And it was 4 unanswered, I think. 3 unanswered. And they finally have one back. They have life here. The question is, can they close it down? 10 seconds left. Remember, the ball has to hit the ground in order for this game to be over. And here comes Motion. He could. It's up.
Good flick.
Oh, it's off the crossbar. That might be their chance. He almost say you have to score that in order for this one to happen.
It looked like he had it covered, so the flick was necessary.
This is going to go in, Wow, they have life.
Done.
Wow, we have a series.
4-2 going into game, I guess that's going to be game 6 now.
It is going to be game 6. It's going to be 4-2, and they are on the board. For how long?
I should say 3-2.
Yeah, it is going to be 3-2. You're thinking of that 6-2 game. Can't get it out of your mind.
I'm
You're
just
bored.
not thinking.
You're just
I'm
bored
just
out of
not
your mind on that
thinking,
game.
period.
Did they fall asleep a little bit, you think, Inner Circle? Going with a couple of those games, they didn't even play well in game number 3. They still won 2-1, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna win. We're gonna win this tournament."
I can't get too mad at, like, it doesn't look like they took anything for granted. The kickoff goals really do. I put an asterisk beside it. They all count the same.
They do.
I wouldn't get mad, but it's just when it comes down to a best of 7, or I guess it's still best of 7. It is something I don't weigh too heavily on, like, oh, the strategy's not there. I got a lot of confidence in the Inner Circle just based off of how they played. But that being said, from Click, a very good response.
Very good response, and they realized that their tournament was on the line.
Yeah.
They had 2 minutes to make it happen. They scored 2 goals and then held on to a 1-goal victory.
Committed numbers. So
They
now
did.
knowing that, I believe Inner Circle will respond properly. I don't think we'll see a Game 7. I think Inner Circle will finish it here with seeing that how what Click brought to the table when they were forced to win.
Yeah, I think as well. Inner Circle bring another level to this next game. A little chip on their shoulder after that last game. Maybe a couple less kickoff goals for Click, and that might just be enough. Because you're right, in open play, it seems to be all Inner Circle. So
yeah, they seem to dictate in the play a lot. They did commit a lot of numbers, and that nasty read by Nash kind of seemed to be the big difference on that game.
Huge. Speaking of kickoff goals, this could be one. It's good. Oh, save. Where?
Save.
How did Forceful?
Forceful made a great save at the end of.
He did. He's a brick wall right now. That's a great fake. He still gets a piece. I actually don't know how he makes that save. It's going to be in.
Good angle. Forceful.
Again, Forceful. Really,
great early first goal here.
He's just kind of willing himself onto this series at this point. He's saying no. He's just saying no. We're not leaving yet. I haven't had time to go get pie.
Refuses to go down. Says, not, give me that pie.
Yeah. He doesn't want to leave yet, and that's fine. But the Inner Circle is going to have to make some adjustments, I think, on Forceful. I think maybe some demos on him, keep him in check, because he literally just is saving the ball at one end and then going and scoring at the other. There again, his challenges have been spot on. He's there right away every time.
Potentially, that's something that Inner Circle has gotten away from. We saw in the first 2 games, they were making a lot of space. There wasn't very many pretty goals they were scoring. They were just making room and getting wide open looks at the net. And now it looks like it's just a big aerial battle between the 2 squads.
They're just letting one guy try and take on 3 on the goal line with an aerial, and it's not really working, to be honest with you, these last 7 minutes, you'll say. But it is an adjustable thing, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to find out if they do adjust here. They just miss off the top right, and Motion was coming in to bury that bad boy home, and another great save. And they put another one on net, and that's where they're going to have to get someone coming through that goal line on the rotation and get a demo, because it is not working for them here. Another save. Motion just can't get the dunk. Here comes Rio. He's going to be up, but it's just right to not a baldy. And they get back down. They do not escape danger yet. Here it is endless pressure from Inner Circle right now. They just have to get something from it. Oh, and another save off the backside. He actually misses there on purpose. For anyone watching, he's trying to push that off the side wall and make a goalie commit out to the right wing, and he still saves that off the backside of the wall there. That's really well done.
Yeah, this is great, fantastic play right now as we see a little goal line attempt right there. Great back and forth play right now. And they're committing numbers. Both teams are being brave right now.
They are, and Rio gets the bump, and exactly what we talked about. As soon as there was a bit of problems, they're sitting on the goal line a bit stationary. You're free to get the bump here. If you look, Rio says, oh, I'm just turning and going to get him here. Nope, you can't go that way. Yep. Put it on net. That's what I think they need more of, because they're not posing too much of a counterattack threat right now. We haven't seen too many counterattack goals.
No, and Velocity's doing a good job staying in the midfield, making sure he's not committing too far, but also being ready for an opportunity to strike, just like we saw there.
Yeah, and it's going to be another counterattack opportunity for Rio, who just whiffs on that. He's going to be upset with himself. He holds himself to a high standard, and so he should. He's an amazing player, but we're going to see if they're going to be able to get the double here. They don't, and the counterattack's now on again, but it gets stopped at the half line, and they have full boost. He's going to be up. He gets the reset, but does not get the demo on the backboard defense. That's really well done by Motion. He needed that save, and he got it.
Numbers going the other way now. Motion leading the charge.
He is. He's done well for that lately. Oh, he just gets that touch there. That was close, wasn't it? That was on.
It seemed like there was no time to reset after that jump from Motion.
Correct. He just couldn't get back up in the air in time. I think he went as fast as he could.
Yep,
but
it
just wasn't enough time.
It wasn't a reaction thing.
Nope, I don't think so. If there was, I think he would have done it, to be honest with you. We'll give him that. But this Click Esports team is playing so well defensively, and they get one with 2 minutes left.
Open look. Nash is controlling this midfield.
He is.
Reading the play very well. It's very impressive to watch. I almost wish we could just stay on Nash to see how he's reading this.
Yeah, he seems to be making a lot of C cuts and kind of being patient in the middle, but also knowing when to go. And I'm not sure if it's like Nash or Nash or Naish.
It's Nash now, baby.
It's Nash now, baby. That's what I'm going to say. I like the name Nash too, but if he ever sees this video, feel free to correct us, Nash, okay? When we look at going forward in this game, when do you start throwing everything at this game here the Inner Circle? When do you say, okay, all hands on deck, we don't care if we get scored on again?
Probably with about a minute left. That's plenty of time. And even if you do concede one more, you can get back into it. 2-goal lead with, say, 45 seconds left. But you don't want to finish this game. It's a very similar thing to hockey that they've adopted, where they will pull their goalie to get an extra attacker a little bit earlier than it was in the olden days, because they didn't want to lose by 2 goals, where they're just like, you know what, losing's all the same. Like, let's
just
throw everything
go
at
for
it.
it. Yeah, let's commit to it.
And, Inner Circle has the game at hand here, so they can commit it even earlier if they want.
Yeah, they can maybe spice up the game a little bit. Something's
but
got to change.
I'd say right about now is going to be where they start putting it into gear and start committing some numbers, because they may want to finish this in regulation.
Oh,
so
it's
close.
in?
It's got to go in.
It is.
Yep.
That might just do it. And they did throw some people forward there, and they risked, and that's a great redirect in the middle, though. What do you say about that? That's just amazing ball control and car control into the middle. That's more than you can ask for, really.
Yeah, this has been a fantastic series, going back and forth, and some pretty good games as well. I think there was only one big blow, but other than that, it's been a very good back and forth series. Very entertaining to see the strategy and how it's playing out. Very clinical scoring as well.
Yeah, and you know what? With the game being 3-1 now, probably going to Game 7. Yes,
yeah.
Probably going to Game 7. I had to hold my breath for that there. I thought maybe they could get someone back, but Forceful, too good off the reset, and then right to his teammate, and then going to get the bump. Motion nowhere to go. Left up creek without a paddle. This is probably going to Game 7. Did we see a Game 7 happening in the finals of Insomnia? I don't know. 2,000 Canadian dollars on the line here. Only 1,000 British pounds. Can you believe the difference in Canadian dollars?
It's wild.
It is wild. It's sickening. It truly is. Help us out over there, guys. This might be all she wrote for this game. Kind of a blowout, but they really did just start pushing people forward with the last minute left.
Yeah, it was 2-1 with a minute left, and it just opened up when Inner Circle started committing numbers. But now I'm starting to think about the momentum shift the other way, because we were talking about a reverse sweep, and it's kind of looking that way as Velocity does get one back, but that's not enough time.
I don't like. It might not even be mathematically enough time, to be honest with you. They'd have to really blunder this game.
One direct kick in, they won't allow that, and then they have to play. They have to keep volleying it. It's all but lost here. But you have to almost refocus yourself for a Game 7. You have to. You have to stay composed. Or you know what, you don't win. That's you can't crumble yet. It's not over yet. And Click Esports showed their resistance. I would like Inner Circle to show theirs now. Yeah, and they'll have to, or else they're going to get booted out of here, just like they got knocked out in the first. I guess
technically
brackets,
knocked down to the lower final by Click Esports. It'd be a tough way to lose. Having a 3-1 lead after being down one game automatically, thinking you're going to get your revenge series on them and take the prize that matters.
Yep. They took the long road.
They did.
And maybe it's just getting a little bit exhausted. It takes a lot of mental pressure with knowing that a lot of people are watching this. There's a whole big community that follows Rocket League. And this is something we wonder about Velocity being an add-on here with replacing Nugget. Is the pressure getting to him? I would say no. Because he's playing fantastic.
There is a side thought to that, though, where it's like maybe it is in the back of his brain, only if they lose. If they were to lose, he'd be like, well, maybe I wasn't ready for this or that. But he's playing so well that it's hard to say that it's his fault right now. I think Motion and Rio have to get on the same page on the offensive end a little bit.
Yeah, and you know what? They, perhaps, like you said, they have to get on the same page. Maybe just start asking more questions, because, yeah, they are controlling the ball, but I don't know if there's been clear-cut scoring chances. I think I've only seen a couple of great saves coming from Click.
Yeah. It was early on in that game, too.
Yeah, Forceful. Yeah. Really doing a good job.
So
and,
good.
You know, at this point, just keeping the ball, and really them in the series, because I think it's Forceful isn't there. This series may be over, and I think it only goes to Game 5.
I think so too. A couple of the saves, they had a pinch save on the goal line too, and that's the thing about Rocket League is those little millimeter plays. They can change a whole game. One mistake, and the momentum's just completely shifted. But we kind of get what we asked for.
Yeah, like
Game
honestly,
7.
That's what we're saying. It's when we were looking at that 6-0 game, and we weren't even talking about.
What are we recording this for?
Yeah, but no, this is as an entertainment aspect. Don't get me wrong. There's going to be one result that disappoints me and one result that makes me ecstatic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as a viewer, anyone who's watching this, we just hope you're enjoying the show, because right now, like, we are just as unbiased people, but we'll see how we feel in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know in about 5 minutes, because you know what? If you told me at the start of this tournament you're going to play Click Esports, one game, win all, in the very final, you don't have to play any of the games, for $2,000 Canadian, keep adding that,
Yeah.
I would take it.
Yeah,
I'd take it. You mean I don't have to beat anyone? I just got to play one game?
Yeah.
All right, heck, yeah, we'll take all the risks out, and let's play one game for the whole final. I'm good with that. Let's hopefully get this show on the road. And I will say this last piece of advice for Inner Circle, if they're listening, is nerves are a moment. They are not a defining factor of a game. Is that pretty good? You like that?
Embrace
like that?
it. Embrace the nerves. Know what's at stake right now, but also enjoy the moment.
There's a
this
moment.
Is fun.
Yeah,
this is fun. This is why you play the game, to play against top talent with thousands of people watching you with a lot at stake. Like, this is what it's for. At the end of the day, it's great competition. There's nothing to hang your head about if you do walk away with a loss. But obviously, like, the competitive side inside you wants to win this, and that's what it's all about.
That's what it's going to be about for sure. And I'll tell you right now, these guys are definitely feeling the nerves. You've felt them before playing video games when you're either last alive in Call of Duty Search and Destroy, or there's a moment with your ult in Overwatch that you need to pop it at the right time. You're feeling the nerves. Or in Rocket League when you're in overtime and extended overtime, you can almost feel the blood running through your hands to your controller, your heart rate intensity. Now put all of that together and just add a bunch of people watching and a bunch of money at stake, and wow, there is no feeling like it, is there?
Yeah, keep your composure. Like, again, enjoy the moment. Enjoy that people are here to watch you.
That's a good mindset, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Change it up a bit in your head. It's not a negative thing, it's a positive thing. I don't care what jersey you wear, what sport you watch. If you're not a fan of this moment coming up right now, you are not a fan of competitive sports.
That's a good point. Game 7.
Game 7, baby.
There's...
Game 7. This is what you want, and this is what you need as a sports viewer, as an esports viewer. This is what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, because I don't watch a lot of hockey, but like, if you tell me there's a Game 7 on and I have a chance to watch it,
it's coming on. It's going on.
I'll watch it. Like,
it could be two teams I've never heard of before.
Yeah,
I'm watching a Game 7.
So you're telling me win or go home for both teams? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it is, and one team will go home with a very much smaller purse prize. The drop-off for a second is fairly large, cut in half almost. So.
These two teams are that evenly matched that they've played each other 6 times so far, and they've both won 3 times and both lost 3 times. And now we got to decide in one game who takes it home.
Yeah, you almost want them to start right now, kind of, don't you? I don't know if there's some sort of technical timeout that happened during this moment.
I think to let the suspense build, you know?
Well, the suspense is building for me. I'm getting nervous watching this.
Well,
right
then
now.
they're doing their job, buddy.
They are. I guess they are doing their job, or they're not doing their job, and there is technical difficulties.
Yeah, this is a Mickey Mouse operation. I think I saw a guy walk around in the background with a pizza box.
Yeah, he said, "Hey, is this where the Game 7 is? It's right here."
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, we've been talking the whole time. We could probably talk for another hour if we had to, but I'm getting a bit nervous for the boys right now.
Yeah, and I think that is the one, like, I'd rather be playing in the situation than watching it, because I just get the nerves, just wanting to be in there to like, contribute, as opposed to feeling absolutely helpless watching.
Yeah. It's like sitting in the dressing room at halftime or waiting for the Zamboni to finish it. You're just itching to get back out
Jones
there.
And...
Yeah, and here they go with a Rio, the good kickoff, no kickoff goal. Maybe, hopefully, that would be detrimental as time, and they do get one, and it's going to be back over. They look like they've changed. I don't know what's going on with their
numbers.
Names.
So they
wrong.
got it on
Something's
the
wrong.
lower left, but
yeah,
they
had to fix something, and
we saw it.
We felt
from a mile away. That
it was
guy
on mute.
In the background,
we knew, but it's okay. We filled in the space time for you guys with riveting conversation. So we get back into the action here, and we lock into this mode, and it's going to be an early chance for Inner Circle, and they can't, but it's put into their corner by Rio. Good press, and it's a tight press that the Inner Circle plays when they play it. They turn it off and on. They decide how much space is going to be allowed, and it seems like in this Game 7 they've elected to go with no space. which I like. And that's a great play.
What a
Oh
shot.
my goodness, what a play to turn that out in Game 7. 4 minutes remaining, and they get a little tic-tac-toe play here with a bump in the middle and then slot it in the corner. I love that.
Velocity living up to his name. That ball was shot out of a cannon.
That was right into the top corner. Great pass as well, and a great little press they have going for them there. And they could get one, and they just missed. That's too bad because he went for mid-boost. Can't get that demo going across the goal line. Motion recovers well, though he's going to get back. Nope, that's going to be a miss there. And they relieve all the pressure that they were just talking about. It's going to be up. It's going to be over. Oh, it's just off the sidewall. He wants that. He wants to shoot that and score that.
Well read by Motion.
Very well read. Motion was up so early. You love to see it. Here comes Baldy. Gets a great touch. Gets to the reset. Tries to do it low and actually gets the next 50. Maybe fortunately, I'll say fortunately. A huge demo in the mid, and they are going to be passing back the other way. What a great play. And it's going to be passed back up into the corner. They don't get boost possession.
Can they get someone in front?
They try, and it's going to be on net, but weakly on net as they do get over the midfield. This is looking to be a well-paced game so far.
Yeah, this is everything you want with a Game 7. As I talk over them, what a goal by Rio to go up 2-0. That kind of came out of nowhere. I was going to let the game breathe a little bit.
I was on a tangent. That's on me. I was on a tangent. I was in.
No, that was good. I just didn't expect that coming. He kind of flew out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. He just read the interception in the mid and went up the wall and get right back down right away. That's really fast, and that's a high-level play by Rio.
Big demo.
Huge demo off the kickoff again. Is this what we're going to experience? Those kickoff goals have been a problem for Inner Circle.
Yeah, doing a good job defending them so far. Obviously, not allowing a goal. Now it just seems to be like a time... Just run out the clock if you are the Inner Circle right now.
Well, we're going to see. They might get one back here. They do. It's 2-1.
Forceful.
It's just... He's
very
just
clinical there.
He's forcing himself on this game. He won't let this team go away, will he? Great play.
Did he flick that up to himself?
No, it's number 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I think it says here, Nash.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, that was Nash. That will probably go away, though. I'd imagine they might be keeping it there for commentators' help there. Thank you very much. But that's a huge, huge pinch. That's going to be so awkward. And who can be on it first? No one. That was so awkward. No one could read that. And they're doing well here to keep the pressure. And you almost have to wonder, is 2-1 going to be enough to win this game?
It doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't feel like it with 2 minutes left. But we've also seen games where it goes 0-0 into overtime in high competitive games.
Yeah.
It's just so out of the ordinary. So who knows?
Yeah, as soon as the ball gets kind of stuck in that midfield play and they're all back and it's just like chance after chance, but everyone's back getting boost, it can really waste 2 minutes of time fairly simply. And that's a great interception in the midfield again. I believe that was Velocity again, who's played really well and been very well timed. Rio gets caught up and over. Oh, Velocity just gets that. Another big save. Wow, this is getting tight. 2 minutes left, and they're 2 minutes away from the first Inner Circle Championship ever.
Yeah, what a dramatic fashion to do it in a Game 7 where they were down a game. To lead things off after going to the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's becoming who can handle the pressure more than who's got the skill right now, who can show up.
Yeah, the mentality, absolutely.
Yep.
You think if you've been in these scenarios before, this is where you would thrive. If you're new to this, this is maybe trouble for you.
Very much
The lights may be too bright.
That's what I was thinking. There's a big old spotlight on you now, and you don't know. You've forgotten your lines.
Yeah.
There's no one there to help
The
you.
show must
It's
go
going to be
on.
up and down. It is 3-1, and they could do it here.
Is that enough? Is that going to be enough for the Inner Circle to pull away and win their first championship?
Do I dare say it is?
You got the champagne ready in the
It
locker
is.
room? Is it like put it on ice now? Is it that time?
I don't know, but this could be it. Really could
That's
be it. They
maybe-
do.
oh.
They do a motion
gotta
fakes and
happen.
gets the 50. He gets the 50, and they got to keep their composure here. A kickoff goal would turn this game upside down, but look at the fake by motion. Just takes the low 50 instead. Brilliant. That's so good.
It just landed, and he really was clinical with that. Made the most of that opportunity with, I guess, the 50 ball in the middle and just landed.
Oh no. Oh no.
It goes right back the other way. Yeah, I guess
don't know
that
what to say.
kickoff goals go both ways.
They cheated so hard on that kickoff. They were hoping for that, and they got it. And it's now 4-2, and we're right back to square one, really, with another kickoff that they're going to have to avert from.
Learn from it. Yeah, that's you almost wish you had like a set knowing where you're going to start.
I know,
You
because
can pick a preference.
because it's killing them right
And you
now.
only got like 2 seconds to kind of figure out how we're going to do this. Quick communication and get back into it.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different part of the game, isn't it? But they do get a good chance here. It's up. It's a great fake challenge by Baldy, and they go back the other way. They have numbers up. Can they get the redirect? It's on. Is it in though? It is a save.
What a save!
What a save!
Real? You?
I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Motion. I don't know. It might have been Motion. We'll have to look back at the replay after this and confirm in the comments. But oh my goodness, that might be a series saver. That's another saver. That's velocity coming off the top ropes.
I finally used the numbers.
Yeah,
36
I looked right
expects
away.
everything to be thrown at the net towards Inner Circle right now.
Yes, this is going to be a tight finish. They are wasting so much time, though. That's so well done. They do get into the middle. It is past around 1. Can they get to the second? No, it's intercepted right away. It's down to a teammate. It's on net. It's a save again. It might have been wide, but it had to be saved.
That was going wide, but yeah, they's got to be there.
And that should do it, surely.
That's it.
We are going to have an Inner Circle Insomnia Champions. We love to see it, and that's going to be
The
all
drama.
for us.
First off, to the runners-up, great competition. Great competition there.
Great competition, and we might be able to bring ourselves up here just
Yeah,
for
let's
a
do
sec.
it.